The fact that you miss them doesn't mean you should go back. And that's dangerous. Because most people secretly believe the opposite. They think missing someone is evidence. Evidence that the connection mattered. Evidence that the relationship was right. Evidence that they lost something valuable. But what if missing them proves none of those things? What if you're grieving something else entirely? Because sometimes the person you miss isn't the person you were actually with. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why letting go can feel impossible, even when going back would hurt you. Welcome to the inner room. Let's go deeper. Here's the first thing most people never realize. You don't miss people equally. You miss pieces of them. Fragments. Moments. Tiny emotional snapshots. The late night conversations. The smile. The first time they understood you. The moments that felt safe. And slowly, your mind starts building a story from those moments alone. But that's not what the relationship was. Because memories are selective. They highlight. They crop. They remove context. The mind rarely replays the nights you cried. The anxiety. The confusion. The emotional exhaustion. Instead, it keeps replaying the scenes that almost made it worth it. And that's why nostalgia feels so convincing. Because it only shows you part of the picture, not the whole frame. But it goes deeper than memory. Because memory isn't a recording, it's an editor. Every time you remember someone, you're not opening a file. You're rebuilding the story. Again and again and again. Until eventually, the version in your head becomes softer than reality, kinder than reality, more beautiful than reality. And now you're not comparing today to what actually happened. You're comparing it to an edited version of the past. A version where the good moments became brighter and the painful moments became distant. So when you say, I miss them, the question becomes, who exactly are you missing? The person or the version your memory created afterward? But here's where the story changes completely. Because sometimes you're not missing them at all. You're missing yourself. The version of you that existed back then. The hopeful version. The dreaming version. The version that believed something beautiful was still coming. When relationships end, we don't only lose people. We lose identities, routines, possibilities. A future self that never got the chance to exist. And sometimes what hurts most is realizing that version of you disappeared too. So every time you miss them, ask yourself something uncomfortable. Do I miss them? Or do I miss who I was when I still believed this story would work? But the deepest layer is this. You are not only grieving the past, you're grieving a future that never happened. The trips, the conversations, the memories you thought you would create, the life you imagined, the version of the story where everything finally worked out. And that's what makes this kind of loss so confusing. Because you can't lose something that existed. You can only lose something that was real. But somehow, you can still mourn something that never happened. And sometimes, That's the hardest grief of all, because there is no photograph, no memory, no evidence, only possibility, only hope, only imagination. And eventually, you realize something. The reason you're still hurting is not because the relationship was perfect. It's because the future felt perfect. And those are not the same thing. Maybe that's why moving on feels so difficult. Because you're not only letting go of a person, you're letting go of a story. A story your mind kept writing long after the relationship ended. And maybe healing begins when you stop asking, why do I still miss them? And start asking, what am I actually grieving? This is the work of the inner room. Not to tear apart what you've built, but to gently, carefully open the rooms you've kept locked. If this made you stop, you already know why. Don't scroll past it. Subscribe. And answer this in the comments. What do you think you miss most? The person or the future you imagined with them? Because this is what we do here. I'll see you in the next room.